Hey everybody, today we're going to make a smoked pumpkin soup on the Traeger Timberline 850. Simplest recipe you'll ever make on the Traeger. Whole pumpkin, 2 large onions diced fine and 6 cloves of garlic. What we're going to do is cut an 8cm hole around the top of the pumpkin, scoop out all the insides, put the onion and garlic inside, a little bit of cumin, a little bit of paprika, and literally smoke it in the Traeger until it becomes tender. Then we're going to make it into an awesome soup. We're also going to smoke some sausages and add that to the soup at the end. So let me show you how we're going to prepare the pumpkin. So you want to take a really sharp knife and make an incision into your pumpkin so we can access the inside. Like so. And then we're just going to keep this to one side because we are actually going to do something with these seeds. And now what we're going to do is just scoop out the insides of the pumpkin. So don't be shy, just get your hand in. Right, job's good, and to be honest, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be really difficult to like scoop all the seeds out and be really messy, but it didn't take any time at all. So yeah, happy days. See a lot of pumpkins around this sort of time, October. You know, people put them outside their houses, don't always think to eat them. But I tell you what, we had one of these last year and we put it outside, and then we made it into all sorts of things. We made it into challah bread, some other like pumpkin flavoured pie. Gorgeous ingredients to use, so yeah, make the most of it while they're about. In here, 2 whole onions diced and 6 cloves of garlic. So we're just going to put that straight in the top of the pumpkin. And then we're going to go in with a teaspoon of chipotle chili flakes, some smoky heat, teaspoon of cumin, and to really bring out that savoury flavour, we're going to put some paprika in as well. So we get that in. Bosh. And then it's simply a case of giving it a good old mix. In the mix. Alright. So everything now has been combined within our pumpkin. So all we've got to do now is fire up the Traeger to 140 degrees Celsius, and we're going to put it inside the Traeger whole and smoke it until it becomes tender. Make sure you keep the lid to the pumpkin, because basically that's going to keep all the moisture and lock in that steam, so when we smoke it, all the onions and the garlic are going to cook inside the pumpkin with the spices, and it's going to be right nice. So yeah, what a different thing to cook. Maybe you could give it to some trick-or-treaters when they come begging at your door, you know, like, oh mister, give us a quid. No, have a tin of soup instead, have some pumpkin soup. Amazing. Traeger's going on at 145, and we're going to get it in for a couple of hours. So let's put it in. While the Traeger heats up, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be putting out content like this every week. We've got hickory pellets inside the Traeger. It's going to go really, really nice with our pumpkin, something nice and nutty. So we're going to pack loads of flavour into the pumpkin, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, so we've smoked our pumpkin now for about 4 hours in the end, because I went out basically and forgot about it. But luckily, you can control the Traeger via an app. So we was at swimming, and I was like, the pumpkin still in the Traeger. Turned it off via the app. Amazing. So the Traeger turned off, and the pumpkin is now cooled. So what we'll do is take it inside, peel away the skin, and then I'll show you the rest of the process inside, because in typical British weather, it's raining cats and dogs. So basically I've transferred this now into our saucepan because I don't want to lose any of the actual juice that has been created by the cooking process. It's just okay to handle. So I'm just going to peel away this skin, which again is pretty easy to do. Just removing the last of the skin from the pumpkin. I'm going to make sure I've not missed any, because that won't taste very nice. It'll just taste really smoky and horrible. And then it's just a case of getting our hand blender and blitzing the soup to the consistency you so desire. So a couple of pulses with the hand blender, and eventually we will have a pretty glossy and amazing soup. And look at that. So that's it, our soup's done. Really, really simple. Literally take out the innards of your pumpkin, stuff a load of onion in, the spices of your choice, smoke it in the Traeger. I did have to increase the temperature on the Traeger actually, because an hour in and it wasn't really getting the doneness I'd expected. So increase the temperature, and 3 hours at 175 degrees Celsius, the pumpkin was proper tender. Then it was just a case of taking it inside, letting it cool, taking off the skin, adding a little bit of chicken stock, and blitzing it down to make a delicious soup. So let's give it a try. Oh wow, that's really, really smoky. And I tell you what, those chipotle chili flakes, only put in a teaspoon, whew, that packs a punch. I tell you what, this is a proper winter warmer. As you can see now, it's October, the nights are getting shorter, the temperature's getting cooler. Something like this is amazing and proper dirt cheap. Pumpkin was £2, an onion, some spices, feed for you, dirt cheap. Thanks for joining me again at Jack's Meat Shack, and I will see you all again next week. See you later.